Maybe technical and tricky as the previous test, which obviously was even more so Arula Tula, as we just saw. But yeah, certainly a difficult one to finish the loop in terms of the narrowness and the surface. And again, it's going to be different again, as you can see. The rain has continued. Yeah,
rain's still falling. We could just see the shot there of Danny sort of looking up to the sky, and I thought, oh, I wonder what it's doing. Yeah, it's continuing to rain. Sordo then first into the stage for us, and it has all been a change around. After stage 14, Sebastian Ogier was off the road on that stage. Crucially, the crew were okay. It's only 1.4 kilometres into the Arula stage. And it is now Neuville who leads over teammate Lappi at Hyundai. 23.8 seconds the advantage, with Rovanperä now in third position overall. So that's the way things stand within the top three. Alvin Evans is in fourth position with a big gap up, of course, to the podium. It's 3 minutes 48 up. Then Danny Sordo, who we see here, is in fifth position overall, 52.9 behind Evans. And then we get into WRC2 territory. Adrian Formeau leading by 24 seconds over Mikkelsen, is in sixth and seventh position, respectively.
So let's take a look at these conditions then. We've seen our rally leader caught out, remember, in that previous stage. So of course, it's just going to remind everybody just how tricky these conditions are. Tarmac as well to start here. That's going to be really slippery, and you can already see Danny struggling for grip as he snakes his way up the hill.
Yeah, and then on to the messy stuff. We've had, I know, while we were in just the second stage of the afternoon, we were getting reports of heavy rain falling here. So they've had quite a bit of it over the past few hours, and it's continuing to fall.
I mean, crucially now, I mean, most positions are sort of settled, really, in terms of a fight at the moment, and
look at that for Danny, though, on the orange one in particular. That's his overall position. How it, he was outside of that top 10 and how he's come back into it all today. Of course, we have had retirements ahead, which have helped. But now in that fifth position overall.
Top 5 place when you're on your roof midway through Friday. It's no mean feat, really. And of course, he has obviously benefited from the high attrition rate today.
And he won the last stage, of course.
Yeah. He's
that difficult last stage as well.
Been able to take advantage, hasn't he? Sometimes when you get these really tricky, muddy, rainy conditions, it is quite often first place is the place to be, because that road just gets more churned up, more rutted with every passing car. So you might see Danny do more of the same in this one. At least it's a sort of shorter 9-kilometre test to finish today. Some huge puddles around as well, though, to keep an eye out. And of course, they won't know they're coming because this rain's just been falling. It'll be totally different, the road surface, this afternoon compared to this morning. There's another one. Still going to be on their toes to get through this final stage of Saturday. I mean, all the incident we've had really has been caused by the
water.
The weather and the water.
In some way, shape or form. Exactly. The rain or the water splashes.
Absolutely.
Ah, the roughness down here. Marcus Gronholm was really emphasising it when he came in earlier. The sheer speed that the drivers are doing on terrain such as this, the risks they're taking. These are roads you wouldn't even put a normal car through. But yet, here they are, charging through.
Yeah, I forget who it was. He said at the end of the previous stage, or a bit earlier, like, it's one thing to survive these stages, but put yourself in a fight in that mix. And I'm sorry to say for Ogier, but it was almost like a matter of time before somebody was caught out. I mean, to drive at any sort of pace in a fierce battle and surviving these sort of conditions, it was almost an accident waiting to happen. And yeah, even the best in the business in Seb Ogier being caught out by the mud and the rain in the previous stage. Nothing the organisers can do about the weather, of course. It's just
well, no, and
it's just thrown up a ridiculously difficult weekend.
Yeah, you've got to adapt to it. That's it at the end of the day. Just deal with the conditions, drive to what conditions you have.
Yes, part of the adventure of what makes our sport so extreme.
Yeah, this is what people love. You know, this is the terrain they've got in front of them. These are the weather conditions. There's no one back at base that goes, oh, no, guys, it's a bit too rainy out there. Best call it a day. No, off they go.
Oh, look at the puddle here. Oh, my goodness me. The confirmation there in that previous stage where we last saw Ogier's Yaris sadly stuck just off the edge of the road, and there's been no movement from the Frenchman, and there really was no way of getting that car out of there. They're going to need to get some sort of tow truck to pull the car out. It was well off the edge of the road, and just not enough fans, or too steep a bank, I think, more importantly, to do anything to help him get out. I mean, just getting through this day. Whoever does survive today, I mean, they certainly be very relieved to make it through, and I think very sympathetic to those that haven't survived the day, because it could so easily have been any of these top drivers who've succumbed to the conditions in one way or another.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
In terms of our championship fight, of course, it again puts things in a bit of a mix as well, doesn't it? Just what Thierry Neuville certainly needed in terms of getting his fight back on terms. But, of course, with Ogier going off, it has, of course, propelled the championship leader, this man, Kalle Rovanperä, into podium position. So, as one Toyota falters, it means a bonus for his teammate.
Yeah, depending on, for all of these guys now in podium position, they still have this stage to complete. They've still got tomorrow. There's the threat of rain tomorrow as well. The stage is slightly different, Nick. Sorry, PK. PK's raising his eyes as if to say, please, no. Yeah, absolutely. There are some showers around tomorrow as well. I don't think of the intensity that we've seen today, and I'm sure by the time your holiday kicks in, PK, they would have cleared away. So
that's the important thing.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and of course the Wolf Power stage tomorrow as well. I mean, the likes of certainly Tanak, Ogier, maybe all these guys.
Well, there'll be lots of talk about that, who will be going for maximum points tomorrow. But the nature of the stages change a little tomorrow. They're a little bit more sandier in nature from what we've seen. Of course, good grief.
Want to avoid that puddle.
Yeah, I mean, that is a water splash of just rain that's been made in the past few hours.
More of a small pond than a puddle right now. Just that one split time here, and you can see from the graphic that Danny is mercifully getting ever closer to the finish of another very difficult day. I mentioned it earlier, of course, he'll want to bring the car home after that work the team did bring yesterday. There's the yellow boards. End of a difficult day, mercifully in sight.
.733.9, day done. But a little bit of chat there. Expressive hands. We'll hear from Danny, and Diana should be at the end of the stage for us to get a bit of a sum up of the afternoon from the drivers.
Evans slightly quicker than Sordo at that one split we do have, just after 6 kilometres, but very much about bringing home a 4th place as well, not to be sniffed at for the Croatia winner after a really tough couple of days for the Welshman. Be happy to be here as well after that water splash scare earlier. Let's hear from Danny.
Danny, what was your strategy as you headed into this final stage of the day?
It was a difficult stage, and we started a little bit stressed because the people in the start line, they asked us for the time card 15 seconds before the start, and then they give us 2 seconds, and they say go. So crazy.
What are the conditions like on the stage?
Yeah, stage was okay, but we didn't take any risk. We pushed a little bit in the stage before, and we make a good time, but here it was too difficult.
Yeah, too difficult to make a difference in here, and a little bit of a distraction, it sounds like, then, from the timing marshals at the start with just 15 seconds to go, asking for their timing card.
A bit of a strange one. One bit of extra drama they didn't need after everything that's gone on over the last day or so. It's confirmation that obviously Neville and those all soft tyres now. We're not going to get any information, are we, about the drivers, about which of them have got fresh tyres left for tomorrow?
They weren't sharing it, obviously, at the moment.
Understandably so.
And there's the progression of Neville. You can see how long he was in third position for from stage 6 onwards, and now into the lead on stage 14. And just some news that's coming in from the previous stage. We heard this before the stage got underway. Ola Solberg stopped in the previous stage. It's been stopped for some time now. Crew are okay, but that's all the information we had.
Yeah, weekend to forget for Oliver as well. He obviously came in here hoping to take the championship lead. Of course, he was looking really strong at the start of yesterday before that suspension top mount smashed through. Amazing, he was still in the running. Sad way to see the Swede out of action as well. Just heard from his dad, of course. Elvin 1.5 seconds slower than Danny in the end.
But way closer to him than what we've seen over the course of the afternoon. 7:35.4 is the time for Elvin Evans. Difficult day done. Issue with the water splash this morning, breaking the cooling package in the front, and then again an issue with the water splash this afternoon. Robin Pera now up into third position overall.
Jarru ahdas nyt oikeaan helppo. Nyppy oikeanlaisen jatkaa. Stadi vasen. Kirta 3 vasen hidas. Tervo.
Elfyn, you were gaining momentum on that stage. How do you build on that for tomorrow?
I mean, it's been a pretty rough day today. So, yeah, obviously now, okay, the gap's not so comfortable, but it's still pretty big. So, the case is just to try and get through safely and have a look at some power stage points tomorrow.
A lot of work to be done tonight.
Yeah, I guess the lunchtime service is quite busy for the guys, so thanks to them, and I'm sure they've got a busy evening ahead also.
Yeah, they certainly have over at Toyota. Obviously, by the time they get Ogier's car back as well, not that there's, we don't believe, a huge amount of damage to that. It was just the angle at which it went off, but busy at the teams tonight. Ahead of what will be a shorter day tomorrow, but so many drivers hoping to get those maximum points on the Wolf Power stage.
And again, of course, he's referring to the fact that they've had to be doing repairs at that midday service. Obviously, when you're making repairs and extensive repairs, it means you're not able to finesse the sort of setup that you might have been wanting to do. It's just about getting that thing patched up and back out there. So certainly they'll be thinking more about getting that car as dialed into whatever the tricky rookie section through here. Yeah, whatever they want to target in terms of tactics on Sunday. They can think about that now in this evening service. As you say, there's going to be a bit of work being done, you'd expect, to his teammate Ogier's car. At least they've got Taki Katsuita's car all patched up, ready to go for tomorrow.
He may be up into third position. The gaps are big, though. Obviously, up to Lappi, it's over a minute 11.9 for Calais. But you know, the start of the weekend, if you'd said to him, take third position away from this rally, I think he would have snatched it from you.
Yeah, it's like a really long flying finish, that one, doesn't it? It's still a few more corners than you'd expect. So 4.2 slower, but the day completed, and Robin Pera now on for podium finish. I think whatever happens now, he's going to extend his lead in the championship. And I mean, he was 17 points ahead of Tanak and 29 points over Ogier and Evans, and he's ahead of ahead of Evans in the standings. So whatever happens now, Neuville still seemingly
blimey,
pushing.
look at this time.
I don't really think he's pushing. I think everyone else is completely backed off, and maybe Neuville backing off slightly less than the others through this last one.
The others are, you know, they're not taking any risks out there, that's for sure. Let's see from Calais at the end of the day, getting a bit of a sum up of his afternoon. Calais, how difficult was that final stage?
Yeah, it was really difficult. Our tires are basically, all the softs are quite much like slick tires, and then only one hard on the car, so quite tricky to stay on the road. I came really slowly through. I don't know how much time we lost, but I think we started.
He's got a fresh set of Pirellis for that power stage tomorrow. You can guarantee that one. It's one of those situations that if you get to third place plus another 5 for the power stage, if you can win that one as well, it just gives you that much closer to the 25 points that one of these two men's potentially going to get for winning. Lappi been fighting for the lead for so long, hadn't he?
It's been a brilliant battle between Lappi and Ogier. It was ping pong this morning, back and forth between them, and yesterday afternoon. You can see that they're represented on the orange line, you know, how many times he has been into the lead. Now, second position. Now, we are just hearing that that split might not be correct.
I mean, it does seem like an excessively risky push. Yeah, let's see. It doesn't really seem that. We'll get more of an idea now as he gets to the finish line. I imagine it'll be a lot closer to those times from Sordo, Evans and Calais. Well, if that is to be believed, he's taken a second a kilometre, over a second a kilometre out of the others, but let's see. That may be amended. Either way,
he's the rally leader. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty happy with what's going on out there this afternoon for him. I mean, obviously he said at the end of the previous one, you know, sad to see Seb go off the road, because it was at one point was 7.4 seconds between our top 3 drivers.
Yeah, do you know what, Bex, though? If there's one man who's earned a bit of good luck, it's Thierry Neuville. He's had his fair share of setbacks, hasn't he, over the last few rallies. He's still just hanging on there in the Drivers' Championship, and this would, if he can hold on tomorrow, give him a very, very welcome boost. And return to some winning ways, of course.
The final stage is over for today. How do you feel about the competition that you've gone through today?
Yeah, I'm released to be at the finish. It was a tough day out there, but the feeling was getting better and better with the car. And we learned a lot today, so that's important. However, yeah, we see that it's not always perfect yet, and we still can improve. So. That's the thing we learned today. After tomorrow is a short day, but still a tricky day. So we need to have a clever drive through and try to bring home a 1-2 for the team.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Thinking of, obviously, he wants the win out there for his championship. But the team want maximum points. for the Manufacturers' Championship.
Yeah, of course they do. That's a very good point, actually. It will be, regardless of the Drivers' Championship, certainly a big boost in the Manufacturers' Championship for Hyundai if they can hold on to this one too. Of course, as Thierry said, they've got to be clever about things tomorrow. But Lappi certainly, what a wonderful run he's on now. Back-to-back podium finishes, remember, coming into this weekend. It's certainly proving, since his little issues in Sweden and Mexico, that one of the most consistent guys around now since his switch to Hyundai this season. Greece last year, of course, Thierry's last win, wasn't it?
Vasena 5, pitkä vasen loiva. 100. Oli nyt oikein K-yli. 4, vasena. 3, vasen heti nyppy oikein täysmiinus. Kutoo 8
I was going to say, Thierry won in Japan, did he not?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Don't poke the bear. PK rapidly altering his notes right now.
Weirdly, my notes went down to Catalonia. I hadn't got Japan on the end, but yeah, quite right. Last 2 wins, Propolis Japan last year. Stand corrected. Sorry, Thierry. But still, long time coming for the first win of this year, if they can hold on. Long way to go yet.
Esa-Pekka Lappi said after the previous stage, you know, as soon as he'd seen OJ off the road, it was a case of just back off. He knew what the situation would be. It was important then to keep for the team a 1-2. And you've all, if you've been watching this afternoon, you've seen the complexity of these stages. With the weather that's been moving through them, they were tough anyway, and they just got, I count, 80% tougher with the weather that we've experienced here.
Yeah, what a great job he's doing for the team, Esa-Pekka. Really good addition, actually, hasn't he? And yeah, he may have to settle for second, understandably so, with this potential 1-2 finish to secure. But yeah, I just think it feels, doesn't it now, a matter of time that EP also gets back to winning ways. Let's see. Still more than half a season to go in 2023.
We talked about, you know, the fact he's got one win under his belt. It was at home, a Rally Finland. We know he's capable of getting more. Absolutely he is, and it is going to come his way at some point. Could even be this weekend. You never know. It ain't over yet. In terms of what we've seen out there, the gap is getting a huge amount wider, and for the team, of course, we know their priority will be for them to stay in position.
Lyhyt oikein eri, 3 lyhyt vasena, jos 4 oikein K31 oikein hidas, älä 3 vasen nopea aukeaa 3 oikein eri, jatkuu eri ja vasen nopea kirraa miinus liukas.
So just the last few corners then for Esa-Pekka to complete what has been another brutal day here in Sardinia. Still in second place, but what a run he's had.
He has 12.6 seconds adrift of the pace of Newville. What we believe, we did have a message in saying maybe that opening split wasn't correct for Newville. We'll clarify all of that for you. But Lappi is done for the day, and what a day it's been here. Sunshine this morning. And an epic battle between Lappi and Ogier for the lead. And then in the afternoon, it all changes around. A solid but very challenging day today, but great result so far for the team.
Yeah. Let's say the last 2.5 days has been probably one of the toughest stages what I've seen in a while. But yeah, we kept pressure on Seb, and then in the end he made a mistake. And yeah, now it's looking good for the team, but in the end we have still one or half a day to go, so nothing is secured yet.
So work to do tonight. Work to do tonight.
Work to do. Take some rest.
I'm going to have it in your language. Well-deserved rest as well. As he said, you know, those last 2.5 stages are some of the toughest he's seen in a long while out there. You know, that's a big statement.
Oh, now sounds like we're just getting confirmation going through that Neuville time was correct. So if that is the case, what a run that was for the Belgian. He's supposed to be easing off the gas a little bit, but that's only extended his lead even more.
Well, I'm really glad for him that it is correct, because it's a heck of a time. 7:23.1 was 10.8 seconds faster than anyone else out there. The closest man to him, Danny Sordo.
Bonkers, Bex, because two stages ago, don't forget, we had 3 men fighting for the lead, 7 point something between them. Neuville's now got a 36-second lead in the space of 2 stages.
Yeah.
Wow, what a difference a bit of nasty weather rolling in can make in our sports.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Neuville's advantage overall then 36.4 seconds. Let's catch up with WRC2. Continuing to lead is Adrien Fourmeau. After the previous stage, that lead is 24 seconds over Andreas Mikkelsen, who we see right now. And that is Fourmeau pulling in. What a day. 7:43.1 is the time on the board. Leader of WRC2. He's barely put a wheel roll all day. Great run.
To fix something on the car before the stage, but I couldn't do it properly because we didn't have enough time, so I had to be really careful because it had walk again in the stage, so yeah, I just wanted to get through. I think we lose some time, but it's okay. I think we have enough gap to accept to lose a bit for tonight. Tomorrow will be another day for sure.
It's been a very challenging day, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a very challenging day for us, for the car, so yeah, I'm happy we are here.
Could I have that, Frank? Yeah, absolutely been a challenging day. You mentioned that to the end of the previous stage. We thought maybe it was a Factor going through the water splash. He talked about something breaking there, though. Yeah. And he made a fix prior to this stage. Yeah. But he doesn't think it's held. He was very cautious.
Well, he said he didn't quite have enough time to... Whatever. We just caught the end. He missed the beginning, didn't we? But he didn't quite have enough time to do exactly what he needed to do to fix it. So, whoa. Another man who's really... Look at the eyes on Emil Lindholm. That is the eyes of a very relieved man. And,
I mean, they came here to really up their experience of this island. And I think they certainly have this weekend. Maybe we'll never see these kind of conditions again. Who knows?
They've had the full Sardinia experience this week. Well, actually, not the normal Sardinia experience, but it ain't going to get any worse than this. I think that's safe to say.
Mikkelsen then is 1.2 seconds slower than Fourmeau at the midpoint of the stage, so maybe Fourmeau won't lose any time at all, which is what he's thinking. You know, he will give away a few seconds here, but may not. Lindholm's time was 7:47.3, 4.2 behind Fourmeau as he pulls in to the stop control time to head out to Diana. He's doing a great job for us here this weekend. Final stage of the day over. How challenging was that?
It was. It's been a challenging day because I'm happy to be here for sure. had issues, troubles in every stage of this one. Had an impact on the rear end, and a lot of rattling from the left rear, so I don't know what's going on there. But we are here. As I said, we're here. We're getting...
To do it all again tomorrow?
Yes, exactly.
All right. Exactly. Have to do it all again tomorrow. But there's something with the left rear there. There's a bit of rattling there, which has sure been a distraction to them.
Yeah, the team will get right onto that. Meanwhile, Mikkelsen completes.
Yeah, 1.7 slower than Formeau, so no concerns, no worries for Formeau heading into the overnight lead, actually extending his advantage when he thought he would lose a little bit.
Yeah, it's over 25 seconds now. But, yeah, Formeau's had his fair share of bad luck as well so far this season. He won't be counting his chickens just yet. But it certainly would be a well-deserved victory if the Frenchman can hold on, because he has really put in a stellar performance so far in, as you can see, what are pretty awful conditions. He's one of these drivers who really has his wrists a bit of a push when the conditions didn't really earn it.
Andreas, how tough were conditions out there?
Yeah, it's very tough. Car is a bit strange to drive, so nursing it a bit, but yeah, it is what it is.
Was that the strategy plan ahead of that final stage, just to nurse it as much as you could?
No, well, for sure we tried to keep a pace as well, but steering is not straight, and it's not so easy to drive in these conditions. The tires are finished, so we saved the ones for tomorrow. That we have good ones for tomorrow in the booth now. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of drivers will be saying the same thing. Yeah, he mentioned that earlier. He had a big whack, didn't he, in the previous stage that knocked his steering out of line. So it's been a tricky last couple of stages for the Norwegian, nursing that issue. But he's made it through.
Off to the man, a few words now at the stage ends. Teemu Suunanen.
He's been the silent assassin, though, today, has Suunanen. He's been clawing his way up that leaderboard. Remember that tyre issue he had at the end of yesterday. Suunanen was down in 7th position. So an admirable effort from the Finn to get all the way back into podium place. So really strong outside of Formeau. You'd have to say that Suunanen as well been one of the class acts in our leading support category this weekend.
Mika Marcik has just completed the stage, 8:16.3 for Miko.
Yeah, Marcel really been struggling this weekend in Sardinia. Different man, isn't he, from the dominant force that we saw in his couple of wins that saw him surge into the championship lead. I mean, he's still leading the championship as things stand coming into this weekend. But in a real tough couple of gravel events in Portugal and now here in Sardinia, and that's his Mika Marcik, who's made it through.
Miko, how would you summarise your day?
Yeah, probably one of the most challenging days in normal rally activities. Yeah, it was tough about the tire management, about the last loop, which was fully muddy, and it was my first time to drive like that. That in the ruts was just water and big aquaplanings. For sure, it's new experience. It's good that we stay on the road because it was not such easy, but performance was not right today. But okay, we are here after third day of the Rally Sardinia. I hope tomorrow will be more normal conditions, because it's then more about fighting and driving as fast as possible, because now was for me more to survive.
It definitely has been an afternoon of survival, hasn't it? He's absolutely right.
I think a lot of people will be hoping for that. We're not sure they're going to get their wish if you're... Bex has been a very good weather person this weekend. You've been
thank you.
rarely proved wrong, unfortunately for us, because you've been willing the rain onto them.
Yeah, there's not going to be such heavy rain tomorrow, from what I can see.
To picture you in front of a weatherboard, Bex, flinging
Actually, PK, it's kind of what I wanted to do years and years ago, flinging the little symbols onto a map.
The rain, is that rain starting to come down again now for Teemu Suninen?
That is Johan Rossell through with an 8:02.1, 14.8 behind Lindholm's time, but crucially the Daydan is still here at the end of it. Let's get his thoughts. Johan, did you take the opportunity to make the most of what you could during that last stage?
Yeah. It's like Dakar. It's the same for all. We will see tomorrow. I think we need to get points for sure, but I am very disappointed because normally I am fast on Sardegna, and this year it's the same feeling to Portugal, and yeah. The team worked very well, but I don't have a solution for the moment.
Yeah, he struggled in Portugal. It seems to be very similar here as well, unfortunately, for Rossell.
He's right, though. He does have form here. This is what's making him so scratching his head so much. He won WRC 3 here a couple of years back, so 7th overall as well that year.
Well, it was in his WRC 3 winning year, I think. His championship winning year.
Yeah, they're back to the drawing board again. I'm not sure where we're next going to see Rossell. Obviously, these WRC2 guys only have to compete 7 rounds, and best 6 scores count. But yeah, as he said, he does need the points. So even though he's been a struggle, this current 5th place is not to be sniffed at. And of course, he's only 9 seconds behind Kaito Katanovic coming into this one, so that is another battle. But Kaito was faster in here by 1.8. The pole just finishing as well. There's confirmation on the right of your screen. So for the moment, the Polish veteran doing enough to hold off our WRC 2 championship leader.
Yeah, Katanovic's time then, 13 seconds adrift of Lindholm in there.
And there he is. Right on cue.
Kata, how would you summarise the end of that stage and your day here?
In general, that was okay. I'm not happy from my driving, with my driving on these conditions, sorry. Because when it's slippery, we have no feeling at all. But generally, it's better and better.
Is that something to look at and think about later?
Yes, of course. We have a big job in front of us, big work.
Well, you've got to the end of the stage.
Yeah.
Ready for tomorrow?
Yes, we are ready. Not yet, but we will.
They will, of course. And that is now Teemu Suninen completing 3.7 seconds adrift of Formo's fastest time through there. So it's Formo, Mikkelsen, Suninen, Katanovic, Rossell, Marchik in that order through the stage. Formo leads over Mikkelsen by 25.7 seconds. Suninen a further 2 minutes, 9 seconds back from Mikkelsen. And then Katanovic 54.1 adrift of podium. Rossell 10.8 behind Katanovic.
Great.
5th overall.
Yeah, great day for Teemu as well.
Yeah, he's in podium position now in WRC2. Let's hear from him. Timo, you've pushed hard all day. Are you satisfied that you gave it as much as you could?
Yeah, we gained good position, so that's always good. But we had some difficulties, but otherwise they have been good.
And how can you build for tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow is challenging day also, and it's not very easy with the tires, but let's see how the things are going tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow beckons already. Thierry Neuville then takes a huge stage win here at the end of the day. 7:23.1 the winning time, 10.8 up on his teammate Danny Sordo, 12.3 up on Evans, and 12.6 crucially up on Esa-Pekka Lappi, with Rovanperä fifth through the stage. In terms of the overall classification at the end of what is day 3 here at Rally d'Italia Sardegna, Thierry Neuville's advantage over Esa-Pekka Lappi is 36.4 seconds, with Kalle Rovanperä in third position overall for Toyota. Elvin Evans is in fourth and Danny Sordo is in fifth position. We will be back in a little while with all the interviews at the end of the day to sum up day